Hello everybody, welcome back to Southern Adirondack Outdoors. This is Paul. Today on the mill we have a pine that I don't know what it is. I'll take you in here for a moment and give you a closer look. Maybe you guys can tell me what it is. Okay, so this is a log I cut up in the woods, up near where that cherry that I just took out was, in that same neighborhood at least. It's a straight pine. This is one of 4 sections that I got out of it, 8 foot long. This is the butt end. It's not a big pine. Let me get in here, but it's pretty old. I was trying to count the rings here, and I'll give you a better answer on how old it is once I get it sanded up. I cut the butt piece off so I can get a slice of it, and then we'll count it up. And there's also a little story that goes with this tree as well. I'm just going to be sawing this up into, I think, 1-bys today for future projects. I'll put it in storage for a while and let it dry. Okay, so story time. This tree was planted back in the late 50s, early 60s by my grandfather up on land that I now own, went obviously to my father and to me. He planted a lot of white pine, a lot of red pine in the area. This is something I don't know. He did some experimental plots of trees planting. I did some ponderosa pine. They didn't do too well. They grew scrawny and got damaged by the winter snows. This possibly lodgepole pine. I don't know if it grows up this way. This is the Southern Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York, by the way. But as an experimental plot, there's only maybe 50 trees or so in it. And that I could tell were planted originally, and there's probably only about 20 left. So this dates back to the late 50s, early 60s, and I'm not sure what it is. I'll take you up there in a little bit and see if I can find some of the pine browse to show you what the pine needles look like, and the whole tree obviously growing as well. So this goes way back to my grandfather's time. I'm probably making some boxes out of it or something for family and friends and to give to them. Now I'm going to flip it up and we'll go back to sawing. Let's see, what do we got out of it? Just shy of 8. Just shy of 8. Oh, practically square. Which way will give me the best? I think I'm gonna leave it right where it is. Just start slicing off 1/8. Okay, I'm gonna take you for a ride here for a moment. I forgot how to get you off this tripod thing. There we go. Yeah. Come on, screen, back up. There we go. I wonder what I do back here. This dial raises and lowers this saw head, and it has notches every, let's see, every 1/16 of an inch. So each one of these little notches here is a 1/16 of an inch. One full turn is 2 inches, and a half turn is obviously 1 inch. So when I get down to the end of my cut, which I just finished up there, what I do is raise it, if I remember which way. So there's one full turn, and I usually just do 2 to be on the safe side. So that raises about 4 inches above the blade above the cant. Slide her back. A little dark in here. And I lower her back down. 1, 2. So that's where I was before I brought the saw back. And I want to go down 1 inch plus 1/8 for the saw blade kerf. So half a turn would be right there. Then 2 more little notches brings it to 1/8. So that makes up for the saw blade. Okay, now back to sawing it. Yep, where it should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, turn back on. There we go. We got about 7 1x8s out of it, and one more on the floor here to resaw. Got a 1x4 out of that or so. That was one of the slabs that I took off. So I got 3 more of these. I'll saw them up and bring it back and show you the results. Everybody about does it for this log. I'm going to put over a pile of the other ones, and I'll show the results to you from these 4 logs, or about 1 log with 4 sections. I'll take you up to the woods to see what the living tree looks like, so see if anybody can identify it for me. Okay, here's what we ended up with, everybody. This was the first log, mostly 1x8s and a 1x5.5 or so. Looks like 8 of those, 9 of those. And the second log, let's see, 1x8s again, 1, 2, 3, 6 of those. And of course the log's starting to get smaller diameter. So these are 1x6s on the bottom, looks like 6 of those, and a couple 1x5s and 1x4s. I was just trying to get whatever I could out of it. And the last log, looks like I got mostly 1x6.5s, and there's 7 of them. So for a relatively small diameter log, not too bad of a haul. Well, I was going to take the 4-wheeler up, but someone wants to go for a walk. So I guess it's walking up to the trees. See you up there. Okay, here's one of the pines. See, they're tall and straight. The one that I cut was over here. And that's the stump for it. The top had broken out. Here's the top over here. The top had broken out in the storm. So I cut the trunk down. Just that part alone was over 32 feet. I'm going to go down here and see if I can find some needles. Those aren't too good. Probably a little dry and crispy at the moment. Well, here's the needle structure, the top side. And the back side, I don't know if anybody can tell anything from that. The branches seem to be somewhat irregular, but also somewhat in swirls as well. So I don't know what these are. These are ones my grandfather planted back in the late 50s, early 60s. And I have a picture of him going out on the tractor with my Uncle Arvin, and I think it was his son Edward. I'll see if I can find that and post it. It shows a tree planter on the back of the tractor. So all these are that sort of pine, and it's got a flaky bark. Almost mistaken for black cherry at a distance. There's more of them. But these are all planted, and I don't know what they are, but if anybody out there knows or has a feeling, let me know. Okay, everybody, I think that's about it for this video. If you can recognize that tree, let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. Also, please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.